Hey guys, so I'm coming to you from inside of my apartment in New York City, and today I wanted to talk about my shoulder dislocation saga. Anyway, so as you can see, I dislocated my shoulder. It happened actually on July 4th, right before the fireworks, so it was very depressing because I ended up missing them. But, you know, my main concern has been, what can I do in terms of my fitness after hurting myself? You know, I know that it's not a good idea to work out when you're, you know, recovering from an injury. So I just wanted to give you a little update. Basically, this is the 6th time that I have dislocated my shoulder. The first time was, of course, the worst, and it happened on my 18th birthday. You know, I had a pool party in Florida where I'm from, and a friend of mine actually threw me off of a floaty device on the shallow end of the pool, and when I opened my eyes underwater, I saw that I was going to hit my head on the stairs. So I basically put out my shoulder, my arm, and stopped myself. But when I stopped myself, I locked my elbow and it dislocated. So that was time number 1. The second time, what happens is that once your shoulder dislocates the first time, it's really easy to do it again because a ligament tears in your shoulder that keeps your socket in place, and once that ligament tears, it doesn't grow back automatically. It can only be fixed through surgery. So the second time it happened, anyway, the first time was March 2004. The second time was, I believe, June or July 2005. My brother and I were playing around in a water park called Sunsplash in Cape Coral, Florida, and I basically lunged at him or something, and he pretty much pulled it out. The third time was in February of 2008, and it had been a while, but basically I was actually napping near the pool, and my uncle's dog ran on me and scared me, and the way I was laying face down with my on my arms, I just jerked so suddenly that it dislocated again. The time after that, time number 4, was actually in September 2009, and I literally just jerked out of bed and fell because I'd had a bad dream or something, and yeah, it just dislocated again. So after time number 4, I actually ended up making the choice to get the repair surgery. So I had the surgery in December 2009. And, everything was great. The surgery went really well. My surgeon thought, I would make a full recovery. It basically took 3 weeks before I could take the sling off. I was on pretty heavy medicine for the pain. And yeah, in the next 6 months, I pretty much spent in heavy physical therapy, thinking that, after that, it would be fine. But as with most injuries, there's no guarantees in life, in anything, so I knew that this surgery might not work, or that even though it did work, I could always dislocate it again, which is what happened this past December 2010, literally 2 days before New Year's. I was going home from work, my last day of work before the New Year, and I slipped and fell down the subway steps near Grand Central, and it was wet and all that, and my slip was so bad that, and I was carrying heavy books and stuff to take home, that but I slipped and fell halfway down the steps, and it was so bad that my shoulder dislocated again, and it hurt a lot. I mean, it probably hurt almost as much as the first time. It was really bad. I actually had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance, and it was not good. Yeah, so actually every time this has happened, it's not one of those things where it's like in the movies, I can just pop it back in. That's really not how it works. You have to go to the hospital because they have to do x-rays and make sure that nothing is shattered. And all the doctors have always told me that should I try to pop it back in myself, I do run the risk of seriously fracturing or shattering my shoulder, and of course I don't want that. So yeah, so this time it was another water incident, 4 out of 6, which is a little weird. But I was on vacation with friends, which, if you saw my last video, you would see how that went. And, the vacation was great, and I felt so relaxed. And on the last day, on the 4th, we went to the pool, actually we went to the beach, and after the beach we came back, and I hopped in the pool, and literally on the swim up from, like the bottom of the water, after my jump, it just popped out, and it was really, really terrible. I was really embarrassed, honestly. I couldn't believe, I felt like I had ruined everything, for my friends, because they were having a good time, and we all had planned to get dinner and pack and watch the fireworks together, and I just really felt crappy, and I feel crappier now. But, obviously my friends didn't care, and they helped me out, and, they helped pack me up and took me to the hospital, and it all worked out. But now the problem becomes, what exercise can I do? I had planned to go back to the gym today. I wanted to do Zumba. I wanted to start doing some strength training, and I called my doctor today, and he basically said it was not a good idea, and that's really disappointing. And I really, really wanted to start riding my bike, and that was the other thing, is my doctor said it's really not a good idea, because you do use your arms when riding a bicycle, and it's just, my shoulder's really weak, and I'm really sore and in pain and not enjoying life. I know I sound really depressed. I'm not. It's just, really annoying when you have plans to do certain things, and I'm really getting back into fitness, and something like this happens, and it just reminds me that it can be really difficult. So what I have decided to do is I'm seeing my doctor in a few weeks, and we'll see what he says. In terms of, do I need surgery again or something? In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to the gym anyway, but I'm not gonna do anything that involves my upper body, which isn't ideal, but I figure that if I can, lightly jog, possibly while wearing my my sexy arm sling, if I can jog while wearing it, or even just, sit on a stationary bike, which I really hate, but if I can do those things, at least I'm doing something for myself and for my health. Definitely the kind of stuff I was used to doing and wanted to keep doing is kind of out of the question. And it's particularly disappointing because I'm starting to realize that there's just a lot of kind of fun activities and things that I might not be able to do. Case in point, I was actually supposed to go on a kayak trip in 2 weeks, and I can't. I can't. It's just too risky, and that is really disappointing, I'm disappointed. I really am. But, I think the best for me right now is to take care of myself, take care of my shoulder, give myself and my body time to heal, do what little I can to, put some cardio in my routine. Walking is actually really safe, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to at least incorporate more walking into my life. But, it's tough. It's really tough and really disappointing, and, I kind of hate that I'm re-injured and that there's not a lot I can do about it, but I think what I can do is, talk to my doctor and make sure I get the proper physical therapy, which I actually did not do after my December workout. And, honestly, my thinking is these days that the physical therapy for my shoulder is just something I'm just going to have to keep up all the time, because, strengthening the muscle around my shoulder will actually help it from dislocating as much, hopefully. Like I said, there's no guarantees, but I'm really hoping for the best. Really am. So that's pretty much my update. Shoulder dislocations are not fun, and if you suffer from them, I feel your pain, let me tell you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take it easy on my shoulder, but I don't think it's something that has to 100% derail me from my fitness routine. I just have to be really judicious and be really careful, and you know what? I think that's okay, and I can do that. And I hope that if you've ever suffered a sports injury, that you took it easy and healed, and let me know how it went. So thanks for watching.